Hello there and welcome to Strategic Command WWII War in Europe as we begin a new and what I believe to be an exciting adventure because we are doing something different now, and some of you might have actually already begun this adventure with the Wargaming Guy, who was generous enough to agree to play PBEM game with me, and we're playing D-Day scenario to commemorate the 76th anniversary of D-Day. And of course he's a great player, he's got a great attitude toward the games he plays, so go on and watch his playthrough. He is playing as allies, so he began already his playthrough. I will add links to his channel and to the very first video of his in the description box, so you have an easier access to it. And as I said, he is playing as allies, I am playing as Axis. Well, and it will be a tough job for me to overcome the allied massive power. They have a massive advantage in D-Day scenario, but it will be fun, I hope so, at least. But we have to set things straight first. We have a house rule which states that I am unable to attack his amphibious vessels before they land on the very first turn. Because it's quite easy to catch them, because you can use fighters to just scout the seas, and by doing so you can easily avoid Royal and American Navy and just target his vessels. But well, and it's a bit gamey, let's call it that way, so we've decided not to do it, and he cannot land initially, of course. He cannot land initially outside of France, because if he could, of course, land in like Netherlands, near Hamburg, in Belgium, but we've decided to limit his options in this regard, and those are only two rules that we've established. And of course, we want to ask you, viewers, to not spoil our games in comments. Of course, we are uploading those videos beforehand, so you might not, even if you spoil, you might be a bit too late to affect our gameplay in some way. But but other viewers might only watch one side of this conflict, of this playthrough, and you spoil it for them, for example. So that's not cool, especially considering what happened recently to The Last of Us Part 2. Also, I wanted to just remind you of that, to not do that. So, without further ado, let's begin and let's see what awaits for us, shall we? D-Day to Berlin 1944. What I'm going to do in this video, I'm going to talk, as it is the very first turn, we will of course see what the Wargaming Guy did to us in his initial turn, and I'm going to talk about the strategy that I have planned, but of course it depends on what the state of the board will be after this turn, because and if we have anything remaining to work with. Okay, we can see the last turn replay, so let's do it. Preparing replay, okay. Here it comes. Okay, strategic bombers begin bombardment of Ancona. So he is starting with Italy, perhaps leaving D-Day itself for the last. Defensive artillery, catch him. Oh, that's not beautiful. Yes, amazing performance by my corps. That's not great. We'll see how much losses we'll suffer, how many losses. He did not take the city of Pescara, surprisingly, at least for now, because I would like to hold their advance. His advance in Italy, that's my initial plan at least, and I'm curious if I will be able to do so. Of course, we can move near to Bologna if we lose most of my units, because it's just 4 hexes to defend behind the river, and of course those are mountainous hexes with fortification, which increases our entrenchment value. And here it comes, Pskov is under attack. Will we experience the destruction of Group Army Center? Is the question. Okay. Pskov might fall. Let's see. Oh, 3 points of damage lost, that's a lot. And this is, I believe, an army, because those are 4 guys. And as you can see, I'm playing with... I'm not playing with NATO counters, because you can see already which units are upgraded at which point level. As you can see... Okay. Actually, we can see right now, but maybe we'll see. We'll have a chance. Ooh, my mechanized troops. Well, good job. Anti-aircraft defense is paying off. Yes, you've retreated towards... Okay, that's not great, but you survived at least. Polotsk is now directly under siege. Oh, okay, you can see the difference between upgraded units, between those 2 corps. It's easily visible, and that's an advantage while not using NATO counters. See, bombers are going in after Group Army Center. Vitebsk is under assault. Please hold on, my friend. Do not go in too easily. Oh my god, he's done. I would like to save my tanks if possible, but there is no way. There is just no way. And he's got enough space to rush tanks. Vitebsk will fall. Most likely. Yes, it falls. So close to Smolensk. We are probably closer to Moscow still than to Berlin, but it will change soon. But I will talk about it later. Well, during my turn. We are not doing too shabby so far. I was worried we would face much more, would be destroyed much more easily. As you can see, in war in Europe, the Soviet Union has advantage over us. They've got infantry weapons level 3, and we at maximum have only level 2, which is very unfortunate. Defensive artillery. Got them. Hit them. Yes, beautiful 2 points of damage. My anti-tanks are not the greatest unit offensively or defensively for that matter against infantry, but against tanks, as you can see, pretty damn good job. At least during initial assault. Oh no! I want to save my artillery, leaving room for his tanks. Okay. This army in Babryansk was not targeted, but this is where things might get dicey, as you can see. Don't have many troops in front of Lvov, and powerful Soviet units facing us. This corps is doing quite nicely considering the situation, and I believe this might be the last unit you can attack with. Yes! Beautiful. Okay, that's great. Ooh, whoa. Jeez. 1 core done. Like it's nothing, it melted away. Okay, he's taking a look at what's going on, and let's see. He moved his vessels. Will he land this time? I'm not sure. He's beginning. Well, that's a good move because he is taking care of my fighters. If he can drop it below 5, I won't be able to intercept his bombers. And I definitely need more Starter unit in Paris itself, because he can theoretically drop into Paris, which would be devastating for me. Saint Malo is being bombarded. This garrison is done, of course. Just like that. It's gone. Ooh, and Saint Malo is taken. This got a port, but I've got still a unit adjacent to it, which means that port supply from the port is not being given. Only from the city. Cherbourg is encircled. Will he be able to take Cherbourg? I believe so. So he decided to land in both Normandy and Brittany. The province of Brittany, of course, not Great Britain. 4 points, wow. No, it's heavy bombardment, okay. That's not the greatest target for heavy bombardment, and I'm glad of it. But he moved HQ Cherbourg, and just like that, I'm actually quite happy that he decided to go after garrison, because I would like to save as many valuable units as I can. So he's breaking through my lines completely. Khan is now under direct danger, but I've got those 2 amazing tanks outside of his range. He should have attacked this unit in Khan first, like that, before landing, but well, it's too late. British HQ, okay, so he's got 2 HQs in this section. Okay, that's it. Nothing happened in Romania, I believe. And next to Finland, we've lost some valuable units, but that's alright. A lot of cities lost. And we've raided some convoys. Novgorod garrison has been spotted. Allies assault occupied Europe.
In company with our brave allies and brothers in arms on other fronts, you will bring about the destruction of the German war machine.
Okay. The enemy has grown much stronger and dark days lie ahead of us. We face Allied landings in the west and a Red Army offensive in the east. Our objective must be to hold out for as long as possible, extracting a heavy toll while we work on new and better weapons, of course, that can turn this world around. We are counting on you to do your utmost. This war must be won at all costs. So the growth in resistant movements, that's actually great. We haven't seen any partisans pop up, which is amazing. I hope that is indeed the case. Volkssturm. If you want to read every decision event, just pause the video and read it. I'm just going to say yes to this decision event as it gives us 2,500 national morale points. Notes, you can read those too if you want. And I'm going to say yes. Investment in the Volkssturm strengthens German resolve. Of course, they will be as useless as possible, but what can we do? And of course, in this scenario, it's just Germany. Italy, as you can see, is out of the war long ago. And we've got 400 MVPs. Alright. So let's take a look at high seas. I can't move and attack his vessels, which would be possible if he's got anything around here. So we won't do that, but we've got those 2 subs around here raiding, so let's move them a little bit. maybe not too close to Canada because they've got maritime bombers there. Let's raid with you. Other naval units that I want to use. Oh, we've got Tirpitz here, so let's raid the Arctic convoy route with Tirpitz. And I know that the Soviets do indeed have battleship, and I believe also submarine. So I want to set a small trap for them, because they still do not have ports in Estonia, which means they do not have visibility to reach it. So let's move in this sub. And maybe with this sub I am going to move out to raid. It is fully upgraded. You are not going anywhere. Maybe one sub is enough. Yeah, let's send another one as well. I'm not going to reinforce my navy because we've got much bigger problems to deal with. And you will move here. Let's move my naval units just in case he wants to come out and play. Now let's take a look at research, or maybe we shall take a look at victory conditions to show you that actually our job here is to choose how we want to lose. But well, I'd say that my minimum plan is to at least surpass the historical date, which is the 8th of May 1945, and anything other than that will be, anything more than that will be amazing, of course. And let's hope that we are able to achieve that. And of course, if we can achieve Axis tactical victory, that would be just amazing, but it's a long shot, so let's not get too ahead of ourselves. So now let's take a look at research. And the only advantage that we have in this scenario is quality advantage, especially with our advanced tanks that are already researched fully. But most of this technology might be useless because we might actually die before we'll have a chance to research it. So what I'm going to do is definitely get rid of this cheat to just get enough money from it. This is pretty useless. This, we won't be able to invest too much into, unfortunately, power, because we will be struggling on the ground and we need to survive in the ground. And I'm afraid I have to do this. And those two cheats might be actually useful because they can protect the resources against strategic bombardment, but the level of 3 is maximum that we can upgrade my anti-aircraft guns with, so I'm going to take away this cheat as well. And for now I'm going to leave this industrial technology cheat here because it might actually be valuable if you are able to survive long enough. But if we'll need those MVPs, I'm going to discard it as well for 100 MVPs, maybe even during this time. And what was great this time is that he did not attack me around here, which is amazing. But maybe let's start in Finland, as I want to force him to react. And let's send him here. Let's move this garrison into Soviet Union to take the city of Sortavala, and I'm going to try to cut off this railway if he does not react. Let's set my HQs to auto assist mode. We've got this core that we'll need. I believe in here will be fine. I'm going to reinforce all of these guys that I can. And this fighter won't be very useful. And I want to use, I was thinking about it a lot, and I will replace this core with this Finnish fighter. Capital of Norway. That's what I'm going to do, and hope that we'll be able to hold out with Finland. And actually, let's take a look at partisans. No partisans popped, which is great because we can cover all of these hexes in my next turn. In this turn, actually. So that's amazing news. That's already great. So let's grant those fighters. And I shall also set all of my HQs to auto assist mode to make sure that I do not forget about it later on. Some of these guys will be definitely moved away from here. Romanian HQ and you as well. Okay. Let's move here. As well. Okay. And Rommel and von Rundstedt will also be placed. So what I want to do in Soviet Union is actually withdraw. Let's take a look at supply. As you can see, let's take a look. It's pretty bad. Can we see it? Let's take a look. Maybe not at supply, but hide units. Where was the button to hide units? Okay, as you can see, 5 supply is not great against Soviet Union that has great supply, and also let's be honest, quality advantage. They've got a lot of armies while most of my units are cores, and they've got a lot of tech units as well. So I don't want to fight them on their soul in low supply. What I want to do is withdraw most of my units, operate them away to the west to crash the Allied landings. That's my plan. This is the only chance we have to be actually proactive, and this is the only chance we have to actually have any shot of winning this scenario. If we can crash the Allied landings in France and delay them long enough before they reach Eastern Prussia and Central Poland, this might be our only win condition here. So, and of course, losing this ground is not our loss condition, because we are going to lose it anyway, most likely. So what I want to do is withdraw. I'm going to leave speed bumps on his way to make sure that he cannot advance too quickly into the Germany border. At least I want to delay them till the autumn. That would be great. And that's our plan in the Soviet Union. Of course, we'll see what we can actually achieve here. And in Italy, I want to, if I can, destroy those tanks units. That would be just amazing, because they pack huge. They are the most powerful thing he has here. If you can destroy them, he won't be able to crush us that easily. And even if we lose some units, I will be able to withdraw them to the Bologna line, which is great defensively. But I want to hold on to as much income as I can for as long as I can. Each of the cities give me 2 MPs, and of course there are a lot of income from the northern Italy, so I want to hold onto it as long as we can. If you can push him back somehow, that would be amazing, but let's get not too far ahead of me of what we have to do. And of course, around here, that's great. As I said, I want to try to crash his landings. If we can achieve that, that would be amazing. Not. Let's start maybe in the Soviet Union, as I wanted to move my fighter first. Let's fly it out. Let's take a look at partisans in the Soviet Union itself. We've got one partisan here that might pop up in any second, That's great. I want to do as much damage as I can. Okay, so I've moved this fighter. It will take some time, but we won't have too much MPPs to actually do that well. I'm going to operate this armored train, Missile armored train, because it's a great tool to have against allies. So let's do that. All of my air power will be sent, of course, to the west as well. But maybe during this turn we'll be able to destroy some of those guys, which would be amazing. So we'll worry about it later. And let's take a look at partisans. Okay, we want somebody in here. We've got 2 garrisons in Bucharest. We don't need you around here. We need to operate those garrisons, that's for sure. We've got 2 garrisons where they do not need to be. So let's transport them out. Here, that's great. This army will definitely not stay in Athens, that's for sure. We can't operate anyone here, so let's move this guy here. Can we force march you? Yes, we can. Let's now do in this hex, I believe. Yeah, we need somebody in Tirana. So Bucharest garrison will move to Larissa. Yeah. And Varna garrison will move to this fortification. So this city won't lose supply. Actually, Kavala does not give us any value, so that's not really important. Belgrade does not need to be guarded, so let's move this garrison. We've got this garrison needs to stay around here. Yeah. Belgrade. Okay. We don't need anyone in Venice, I hope. That might be a tricky one. Yeah, I'm going to grant these fighters for now. That should cover these guys. You will be here, you are fine here. So it seems that we've got... Oh, and we've got this garrison. This garrison as well. I've got Venice man, Bordeaux, and someone here. We've got what? We've got all these guys covered. Let's transport you to Athens, actually, as we'll operate this army way, but not now, not straight away. Let's take a look. I don't want to leave Marcella open, but what choice do I have? Venice would have to do. Yeah. He lands in Marseille. That would be pretty bad. He might be scouting for a good positions to land, but I'm not really sure about that. Now, as we are in Italy, let's take a look at Kesselring. He's better HQ than this guy, so Let's detach this guy for now and let's attach this artillery piece. Von Wittgoven might go to... We'll need another HQ in here definitely, so he might go to... Or no, he might actually stay. We don't need you here. We do not need you here at this point. So I will have to wonder what to do about this situation. Let's not do it right now. Maybe it will be with Wittgoven. We'll see. And now let's try to destroy this tank, at least hit his morale. Let's try to 1-2. It's good, but this guy needs reinforcements. And this tank needs to die. He can reach Siena. Okay. What I'm going to do is attack this tank. Oh, amazing, amazing job. Amazing job, my friend. I would love to reinforce this tank, but I'm not sure if what I want to do is move him, try to destroy him. Oh, that's great. I'm going to withdraw him. He's got entrenchment of 1 and he can't attack me in this position, so I'm going to reinforce you. I would love to upgrade him, but reinforcements come first. Let's move you to protect the Ancona. And let's leave this open for now at least. I could have went in an attack, but he would just destroy my tank, so I was not willing to do that. We don't have any partisans here. Of course, Paris will need to be guarded by anti-aircraft gun. That's not really useful. Well, now let's go into Soviet Union. First, let's go in here. Romanian fighter, let's solve his move to the ground. And we've seen some great odds in here. Let's destroy this cavalry corps while we have a clear chance. And those units around here are not upgraded yet, which is great for us. Considering our grave situation, let's take a look who is attached to who. 7 units. And all Germans, okay, that's great. But I need this. Do I need this? We'll see if we need that. If we need this actually bombarded. Let's try to take out this cavalry corps. 1 point, that's not too bad. I would love to push them back from the Dniester river, because I would like to hold it with my units. So we might push a little bit harder here than anticipated. Kishinev 1 to 2. Let's start with Grossdeutschland, mechanized unit. Maybe 6th army. Let's try to do it. Amazing performance. 1 point, but we do not have fighter cover. No, I'm not going to bomb him. There is no way. So now I want to attack. Amazing job. Okay, that 1 point is not that huge of a deal, but Soviet Union army destroyed to entrenchment, but I'm going to advance. There is no way I'm not going to advance. To the river line, minus 30 readiness for him to attack me in this section. And we've got some good odds perhaps. I'm willing to take this one too. Maybe against, yeah, tanks, definitely. And let's hope for the best that we can hold on here. Let's reinforce you. You can't really do anything. We are not in the best position possible, so let's move this HQ to provide 10 supply for these guys. Let's take a look. As you can see, 8888, amazing. I would love to reinforce and upgrade these guys, but we'll see if my MP will allow this to happen. So let's move this bomber, most likely. Both those bombers. Yeah. We've got 3 entrenchment here, but unfortunately our line is quite open. It's too close to the sources of supply, and I want to push them toward Cluj so they don't have that great of supply, the Wargaming Guy's armies. So what I want to do is move this artillery piece to Cluj, yeah, and this Hungarian army will be moved in front of Cluj. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah, let's do it. I want to leave this just in case we can kill like this tank. That may be possible. So let's make sure that we have this option available. And now we are facing a bit of a struggle here because we don't have... I would like to operate this HQ, but unfortunately he is the HQ that we need around here, which is not great. So I might unfortunately operate you away, as I was thinking beforehand. Kesselring is attached to units that will have to be attached. And we'll have 5 attachments for you later on during this turn. And now let's do what I want to do. We are in range, so I need to do first. What I need to do is try to take these guys out. One shell. That's for entrenchment. Okay, that's actually huge. I would love to upgrade this guy while I still can and retain this entrenchment. I'm not going to definitely stay here or here for that matter. So what I can do, these are forests and I'm fully entrenched, which is great, but unfortunately supply is not great, as we do not have HQ in correct positions yet. He's only redistributing as you can see 8 supply from this position, which is pretty bad. Here it will be better because he will be redistributing 10 supply from this hex. Or let's take a look at the Przemyśl. Przemyśl 6, entrenchment only 1, so that's... I move him to Przemyśl actually. Model. But first of all, escort. You are attached, you are. Let's bomb him. Oh, I can't. I do not have range. I do not have range, and I need escorts. Or it will be truly too tight, a flight only to one side. I don't want to take these losses. Okay, I'll start with you. Tactical bombers. Yeah, as you can see, I will need those escorts. And of course, problem with my Luftwaffe is that they are not upgraded as well. I've got available level 5 of fighters, but I do not have them yet. Not upgraded. So escorted them out. That's great. Our odds improved drastically. Let's go, shall we? I'm going to attack and withdraw with these tanks. Good job, good job. Beautiful. It's time to evacuate you to safety. Stanisław's army will be moved to cover my exit. And you will be moved either to... yeah. This is better hex, I believe. Let's take a look at supply next turn. As you can see, only 8, 7, 7, 6. Okay, that's acceptable. 6 supply in here. Can you reach it? No, you can't. If you can't, you might as leave as well. 2 points, 2 action points. Let's do it. Let's swap with you. And I'm wondering whether I should push force march him to this position. I won't, because I can operate him for 7 MPPs. In front of Wolf, I want to protect this artillery piece. And you are in bad supply, but you need to protect this artillery piece for now. So I'm not going to move him. You've done your job well. Let's try to slowly move you away. Now we have room that I wanted so desperately. HQ will be moved here. Yeah. HQ will be moved here. The artillery piece to Cluj. And you will withdraw here. To these hills. Maybe I should withdraw to mountains, so that might have. Mountain 6 is of course better while defending. 3-3, as you can see, and hills only give you not army. 1-1. Still max entrenchment of 3, but you know what? I'm going to take this gambit. And you will move here. Debrecen is not in danger, and any immediate danger right now, so let's not worry about him for now. And I want to evacuate my fighters to the west, as well as bombers. These guys will be grounded. They of course need upgrade, as you can see, but I don't know if we'll have money this time. So let's not worry too much about it. Let's move them closer to Paris. Let's make sure that he is not attached actually to any of my HQs, because we won't be using him anytime soon, and grant him. I might actually move him to Przemysl for now. That might be the right call. If he paratroops there, that would be problematic to say the least. Now we are in a big doo-doo here. Big trouble. So now we've got you. He's defending the Narva position. They've got great supply, as you can see. Considering the situation, of course. But Skuv is done. He can be operated away, that's great. Okay, so I wanted to do what I wanted actually to achieve in the south. So let's go to the west, because I want to see what units I will actually need later on. So now, we've got still our railways are not cut off, so we can operate somebody to Brest if required. So I might able to. I definitely want 2 units next to Saint Malo to make sure that it's the city supplies will be lowered every turn. If you have 2 units adjacent to enemy controlled city, it will its supply will diminish by 1 point per turn, which is huge. And now those tanks would be amazing. We need to crack those guys, and I want to crack as fast as I can to this position. But first of all, let's take a look at my HQ's attachments. And as you can see here how much HQs are important. Take a look at this unit settings. 49. HQ attached 69. That's pretty good, I'd say. So that's amazing. You are not attached. You are not attached. We've got 5 entrenchment on him. Yeah, as I believe correctly. We don't need to attach this gun for now. Let's take a look at Rommel. He's attaching to this garrison. Not the call I would have made. Okay, that's great. That's much better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This garrison might not be the best target in the history. But wow, that's actually an okay trade if I have to make it. Definitely we'll need to move Rommel closer to bring better supply. As you can see, it's not that great. Le Mans, we will probably move to Le Mans because I'm going to destroy these guys here. We've got attachments. No, we do not have any attachments more available. Let's definitely touch him. Let's take a look at your attachments. That's okay, that's not really necessary right now. This tanks is great. This core and this core is already attached. I mean, core is attached to Rommel, okay, because he can reach, but he can move to Le Havre. Okay, I'm going to do that definitely. So we've got another garrison to spare. Yeah, we'll need to cover some of these cities, potentially. But I'm fine with the attachments I have. Of course, I would love to upgrade my tanks, but we do not have the luxury to do so. So let's go and see what we can do. Try and destroy those guys. We are not suffering from zone of control. Of course, paratroopers do not provide zone of control. That is huge for me. So maybe let's start with you. If the Wargaming Guy was generous enough to land these battleships next to me, I will take care of it pretty nicely. So now, René, Nantes. Okay, let's deal with these paratroopers. Amazing performance. 3 points. Is not upgraded, unfortunately. Entrenchment of 3, that's pretty bad, but I need to do this. And we've got our friends in Athens awaiting to be operated away, so that's also something that we can cover Brest with. I'm definitely going to do that. 1-1, that's alright. In my book. Le Mans. 1-1. Ooh! Not the greatest performance I've ever seen, but this army might be enough to finish these paratroopers. Or it might not. I kind of need them gone, so that's a bit problematic. Let's try. Garrison. Oh, you've missed? Really? That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. Okay, let's do that. Let's move you to Coast. Let's move you here. Okay, so we've got Saint Malo situation under control. Hopefully. René is guarded by paratrooper with full entrenchment, which is great. And we've got those 2 tanks available to crush the resistance next to come. So let's just do that. Rommel, you're on. That's amazing. Let's take a look. 2 to 3, 2 to 4. Let's go, boys. Let's go, boys. Okay, not the best performance I was hoping for. Le Mans. I can withdraw this tank away from danger. That's not the greatest odds I've ever seen, so let's just stop at this point. Now Le Havre must be guarded. I might upgrade these tanks though. That's costly. Calle, entrenchment, Amiens will be covered with you. I can't even operate you because you are not on the railway, so for now you will be moved normally. And these guys are upgraded and I want them. Want to use them. Let's move to... oh, that's great. I want to fully encircle this guy. Let's move those guys from Ypres. These guys can't land if they don't deal with this guy. Maybe even upgrading this garrison might be worthwhile. Not the best choice, I'm afraid, but what can we do? And he can't land in the sex if he can't take Calle. So, because this is port, so let's move him to Ypres. And I've got a problem because I've got fighters in Paris. And I can't have fighters in Paris or Rouen. Oh, I might have been a tad too fast around here. I can't leave Paris open because they will just bomb it pieces. I want von Rundstedt in this position though. I might need to operate somebody else. I got you to operate, that's for sure. Of course, Bulgarian Corps, it will be useful as well. Need cover Brest. I would like anti-aircraft units. He did not go for oil fields, I mean mines, which means that we might be able to... I might take this risk. He might not go with his fighters after Rouen. That's my hope. It's a long shot, but well, there will be a lot of that. There will be a lot of that in this series. Now we've got 225 MPPs. Let's roll, shall we? And by let's roll, I mean let's evacuate these guys the hell out of here. Let's ground you. I'm not going to attack anyone here. I can't even operate most of these guys because they are in a pathetic supply. So Bush, he will be operated away, so you do not need to be attached to this guy. Okay, 7. Let's make sure that you are attached to those guys. Those guys, you are not in range of these guys. This now. We definitely have to go behind Minsk with this guy. Yeah. Bush is going on. Look at this, how pathetic his redistribution of supply is 6. It's unacceptable. This stage. Let's see who can we save and who will die ingloriously. He can be saved. He definitely will be operated. Here, I would love to have him there, but maybe not directly in the line. This army is too valuable to die in here. Dabrowsk is not, well, it's still in good supply, but not the greatest of all times. That's problematic. You can somewhat escape. You can't escape at all. So this core will definitely withdraw here. I might have moved this HQ here. That was a mistake. But it's too late now. Mogiliev. Let's take a look at supply next time. Yeah, that was a mistake. I would be able to give 8 supply from this section. Let's give it up willingly. I'm not going to fight over this pile of ground. You might die actually, so I could have operated you. No, I can operate you, so I will do that. Nantes needs to be covered. Entrenchment of 3. It gives us time, that's for sure, but do we really need time with him? He's entrenched at 4, so there is no way I'm going to leave him. Okay, you're moving definitely behind. You are running away as fast as you can. You at 2 supply, whoa, oh my Jesus. And here, what can we do? We've got pathetic supply in here as well. You are going to defend Vilno. We'll dig in there quite soon. I'm afraid for you. Definitely I need to attach you. Let's detach you because you are running away from here. You are attached, so that's okay. We are trying to escape. By trying I mean truly trying. We might reinforce him, but he will just cut him off, so I'm going to move him to Orsha to work as a speed bump in a real meaning of this term. Look at this supply, I mean, these guys are not even upgraded. Scopes will fall. Let's give them something to kill. Let's run away with you. You are not going to attack. You are running away. Evacuate those guys. You will dig in Riga. You are definitely not staying in here. 5 supply for entrenchment. Ostrov will fight to the last bullet. Let's retreat with you to the Daugavpilis. They might not. I don't want to risk my HQ dying if I move in here. Because they have enough troops to just pound on these guys. Okay. I'm going to move him because they have to go through these guys first. And the rest of you will retreat in quick fashion. Maybe you will be even able to survive. Powolsk will die, will fall, will fight to the last bullet. Stand fast, my friends. And of course we've got you. I don't want to hold Narva, there is no point in it, but they might need a lot of troops to actually take Narva. So I'm going to operate him away to the west as well. Okay, you will work well as a shield for my tanks. I would love to have another shield in here. I can still withdraw these guys. So maybe another core somewhere. That would be nice. Minsk will definitely not move away from where it is. Daugavpils, maybe. I don't know. That would be a bit excessive, I'm afraid. And let's get you away from here. There's no point in staying there. We don't need to attach a lot of pillars yet. Kushler is better. Okay, so let's give it to Kushler. You might be able to attach this garrison. This core. That would be probably in my best interest. It's attached on the right. So can we operate someone away? And we can operate you. I know it's not the best move possibly. Well, let's actually maybe let's leave those tanks here. Maybe that's the play. Maybe that is the play. And we'll send some reinforcements to Italy, maybe. Okay. 149 MPs. So you can move away to the west. Got a lot of units to reinforce. A lot of units to upgrade, and I wanted to operate you. Yes, I have forgotten about that. They are not staying there, so let's move these tanks away, as I have suspected. Let's operate you directly here, and let's hope that will be enough. So let's upgrade Minsk immediately, because they will be able to reach it. And we've got 140 MPs. So now what can we reinforce? I would love to upgrade you as fast as I can. Reinforce these guys. They are a bit farther away, so let's reinforce you first. Can reinforce by 1 point, so let's not waste time with that, and let's move you forward. Let's move you as a backup. And let's move this fighter to cover Bucharest just in case. 13 MPPs. Yeah. Just in case he wants to push into Finland. He might need some extra help in here. I would love to hold onto Finland as long as I can. That's for sure. And we don't really care about this partisan too much. I pray. It would be horrible if he could move to Baranovice. Let's hope that will not happen. But I'm pretty happy so far with how things turn out this turn. No partisans. Amazing. Not that many units lost, I feel like. Let's take a look at our losses. Well, 200 MPPs, pretty huge, let's be honest. But, well, it's not something we can actually deal with, because our income will be around 1000, I believe. But well, what can we do? Russian losses. And look at their income. Yeah, they can cover that quite easily. American income 800 almost, British income 400. That's pretty huge. National morale 74, 50. France of course does not exist. Soviet Union and Germany 63. Actually, nice. It was boosted a little bit, and Italy, let's not worry about Italy anymore. So I believe that was it. As we begin our campaign PBEM game against the Wargaming Guy. It was amazing. Let's send him a message. Maybe at the end of the game. Of course, this, as you can see, is just a small setback. Small setback on Axis way to ultimate victory. Let's capsize that. Setkak, okay. Unfortunately, I have to move backward. Delete a lot of stuff. And as you can see, it popped up, and he will receive it next time. We've got fresh panzers ready to punch the allied troops. We've taken care of Saint Malo, most likely. Of course, he can just bomb stuff around it, but they have broken through, almost, through Cotentin Peninsula. And we've got partisans covered now. So let's hope that will be enough. Let's once more take a look. Partisans, of course, let's move it to Athens, just in case. And everything looks fine, to me at least. So that will be it for this turn as we begin our fight to the very last bullet against allies in D-Day PBEM scenario against the Wargaming Guy, and I hope that you will enjoy this series. Go and watch the Wargaming Guy turn if you want to see the whole picture, and I will see you next time.